Can you see the screen? Shared screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let's do the Mangalacharana. Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu prasarmara ruchiruddha taraka pali kalita shyama lalito radha preyan vidhurjayati. So, welcome everyone to the Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu classes, which will happen every Wednesday. Okay. So, Shri Rupa Goswami composed the Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu in order to give the directions for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas about the path of Krishna Bhakti, like give the understanding of what is actually Bhakti. And also his purpose for writing this text was to establish Krishna Bhakti as rasa, Bhakti rasa. He wants to establish Bhakti as rasa, rasa tattva. Okay. So this is the Mangala Shloka, where so all of you may be familiar that Shri Rupa Goswami has divided this book, Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu, into 4 parts. He names it as Purva Vibhaga, Dakshina Vibhaga, Paschima Vibhaga, and the Uttar Vibhaga. Means he envisions the nectarian rasa of Bhakti as an ocean, in the sense of its vastness, its depth. And he divides this book into 4 parts of the ocean, in the eastern part, the southern part, western part, and the northern part. And in each part, each chapter is titled Lahari. Lahari means wave. First wave, second wave, third wave, like that. So, we are beginning with the first Vibhaga, first division, that is the eastern division, Purva Vibhaga. And this is the Prathama Lahari, the first chapter, the first wave. And the title of this chapter is Samanya Bhakti, Bhakti in general. Okay. Shri Shri Radha Govinda Devo Vijayate. Victory to Shri Shri Radha Govinda, the Ishtadeva of Shri Rupa Goswami. Akhila Rasamrata Murti Prasarmara Ruchiruddha Taraka Pali Lalita Shyama Lalito Radha Preyan Vidhurjaya. So, this is the Mangala Shloka, the verse for invoking auspiciousness before beginning the main subject matter of this book. And he says, all glories to Krishna. So he has glorified Krishna in a very poetic manner. Okay. So, just a minute. Can everyone else please mute themselves? Yeah. Thank you. He has glorified Krishna in a very poetic way. So this shloka refers to Shri Krishna and also to the full moon. Okay. And in this way, he compares or he invokes the Madhurya aspect of Krishna, the sweet aspect of Krishna, by comparing him to the full moon. Okay. So, may that Vidhu be glorious, who is Akhila Rasamrta Murti, who is the form of the nectarian rasas, who is the personification of all nectarian rasas. And by his luster that is spreading from him, that is emanating from him, he captivates Taraka and Pali. And he makes the night, or he is the charming one for the night, for Shyama. So Taraka, Pali, Shyama, Lalita, these refer to the stars and the various objects in the sky, but it also they are also the names of various gopis of Vrindavan. Radha, Preyan, who is the beloved of Sri Radha, and Radha refers to the Vishakha nakshatra also in the sky, the constellation Vishakha. So we will understand this shloka of Rupa Goswami through the commentaries of Sri Jiva Goswami and Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti. So let's study the commentary. Let's begin with that. So this is the commentary of Jiva Goswami. It is titled Durgama Sangamani Tika. The commentary which makes one understand the difficult parts of the text. That which is difficult in this text, it simplifies it, it makes one understand that thing. That is the title of the commentary. Shri Shri Radha Damodaro Jayata. So these are the Ishtadevas of Shri Jiva Goswami, Radha Damodar. All glories to Shri Radha Damodar. This is his Mangalacharana for his work, for his commentary. Sanatana Samo Yasya Jyayan Shriman Sanatana Shri Vallabho Najash Soso Shri Rupo Jiva Sarvi. One who is equal to Sanatan. Sanatan can be taken to mean the eternal Lord. One whose elder brother is Shriman Sanatana Goswami. His younger brother is Shri Vallabha. That Shri Rupa, he is the Sadgati, he is the ultimate destination for the Jiva. Jiva means Jiva Goswami himself, and Jiva means all living beings in general. Shri Rupa is the shelter for all the Jivas. He will bless them with Krishna Bhakti. Any questions so far? Any doubts someone has? You can unmute yourself and ask. All right, so we'll continue. अथ श्रीमान सोयम ग्रंथकार सकल भागवत लोक हिताभिलाष परवशतया प्रकाशितैः स्वहृदय दिव्य कमल कोश विलासिभिः श्री भागवत रसैरेव भक्तिरसामृत सिंधु नामानं ग्रंथम अपूर्व रचनम आचिन्वानः तद्वर्णयितव्यस्य एव च सर्वोत्तमतां निश्चिन्वानः तद्व्यञ्जनयैव मंगलमासञ्जयति एवं सर्व एव ग्रंथोऽयं मंगलरूप इति च विज्ञापयति अखिलेति. So the respectable venerable author of this book, referring to Rupa Goswami, Sakala Bhagavata Loka Hitabhilasha Paravashataya. He has an overwhelming desire to do welfare for all the devotees of Bhagavan. Okay. So with a heart filled with eagerness to benefit all the devotees of Bhagavan Sri Hari, he Prakashitai Swahridaya Divya Kamala Kosha Vilasivi Shri Bhagavata Rasaireva Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu Namanam Apurvam Grantham Achinman. He is composing. Okay, he is composing this Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu, this text, which is Apurva Rachanam, which has never been conceived of earlier. This kind of a text has never been found in any sampradaya or at any time earlier. Okay? This is a very unique text, very special shastra which he is composing. Why? The reason he is composing is that he wants to benefit all the devotees of Bhagavan. So he is composing this text, Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu. with the understanding of Bhakti Rasa of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavata Rasaihi Eva. Okay. With the various rasas of bhakti described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, he is composing this Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu. So we should always keep in mind that Rupa Goswami is not giving his own imagination in Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu. Okay? He is composing this text based on the understanding he has got from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? So Shri Bhagavata Rasai Eva. Only with the rasas of Srimad Bhagavatam, only that is the basis. And that is the only basis. So he is taking the rasas of Srimad Bhagavatam as the only support, only basis of his book, based on which he is composing this text. Okay. And what are these rasas of Srimad Bhagavatam? They are the revealed rasas of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Prakashitai, Swahridaya Divya Kamala Kosha Vilasati. And these rasas of Srimad Bhagavata are manifest also in the lotus-like heart of Rupa Goswami. Swahridaya Divya, the heart of the author is compared to Divya Kamala Kosha, divine whorl of a lotus. Okay? And in that lotus heart of the author, these rasas are shining, they are manifesting. Okay. And it is with these rasas that he is composing this text. Any question someone has? Any doubt?
Namaste.
Namaste.
What does the word paravashataya mean in the first line?
Paravasha means like having a strong desire, like overwhelmed actually. Overwhelmed by a desire to benefit the devotees of Bhagavan.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Then he says, Tad varnayitavyasya eva sarvottamatam nischinvana. And also, he is writing this Mangala Shloka, Mangalacharana, while determining the supremacy of the subject matter of this book. That the subject matter which I am going to describe in this book, it is the highest, it is the ultimate, okay, most exalted. So, while specifically showing the supremacy of the object which he is going to describe, he is speaking about that object through Vyanjana, through an indirect, or you can say through a suggestive meaning. Okay. And in this shloka, he has done that. Mangalam asanjayati. He is composing this Mangala shloka to glorify the Bhakti Rasa in an indirect way. It's not, I will not say indirect, but in a Vyanjana vritti, in a very suggestive way, which is a very poetic way to glorify someone. Evam sarva eva grantha ayam mangalopa iti cha vichyapat. And in this way, he is also telling us that this entire book is Mangala Rupa. This entire book is auspicious because it is speaking about Bhakti Rasa. And because Bhakti Rasa is the supreme thing, this entire book is auspicious. So now he explains the words of the Mangala Shloka of Rupa Goswami. Vidhu Shri Krishno Jayati. Vidhu means Shri Krishna. Vidhu is the name of Bhagavan Shri Vishnu, Shri Krishna. It is well known in the various Sanskrit lexicons such as Amarkosha and everything. So Vidhu means Shri Krishna. Jayati. Jayati means Sarvotkarshena Vartate. He is existing in exceeding everyone else. Okay. Excelling everyone else, he is existing. Utkarsha. Utkarsha means excellence. So being supremely excellent, being the greatest, being the most highest benefactor, he exists. He is present. Shri Krishna is like that. Yadyapi Viduh Srivatsalanchana iti samanya bhagavadavirbhava paryaya tathapi vidhunoti khandayati sarvadukham atikramati sarvancha iti yadva vidadhati karoti sarvasukham sarvancha iti nirukte paryavasane vicharyamani tatreva vishrante. Okay. Although the word Vidhu is the name of Bhagavan, so he is quoting two words from Amarkosha, Vidhu Srivatsalanchana iti. All the names of Vishnu are listed in the Amarkosha, which are very famous. So Vidhu is one of them. Srivatsalanchana, one who is marked by Srivatsa, one who has the Srivatsa mark on his chest. That is Vishnu, Shri Narayana, Hari, Krishna. So these are names of Vishnu. These are mentioned in the texts such as Amarkosha. It is Samanya Bhagavadavir Bhava Paryaya. It is mentioned in the list of names of Bhagavan, which are generally understood. Okay. Tathapi, still. Now Jiva Goswami gives a special meaning of Vidhu. Although it being a general name of Krishna, general name of Vishnu. Now he specifies that here in this context it means something special. Vidhunoti khandayati sarva dukkham. He who destroys all suffering, he who destroys all misery. Okay. Atikramati sarvamcha. He who surpasses everyone. Yadva. Or else. Alternatively, he says, Vidadhati karoti sarva sukham sarvam cha iti nirukta. He gives an now etymologically oriented meaning. How the word Vidhu is derived. Vidadhati means karoti sarva sukham sarvam cha. One who grants all happiness, complete happiness. And one who does everything. By this etymological meaning, we understand that the word Vidhu applies to Krishna only, Shri Krishna only, not to any other form of Krishna, such as Vishnu, 400 form of Vishnu or 400 form of Narayana, or any other avatar. Okay. How is that? He will explain. Asuranam api mukti pradatvena स्ववैभवातिक्रांत सर्वत्वेन परमापूर्व स्वप्रेम महासुख पर्यंत सुख विस्तारकत्वेन स्वयं भगवत्वेन च तस्यैव प्रसिद्धे. That is because it is only Shri Krishna who is acknowledged to be Swayam Bhagavan. How is he Swayam Bhagavan? Because he not only grants freedom from suffering to his devotees, he also grants freedom from all suffering to asuras, to those who are against him, to those who are demoniac people. Asuranam api mukti pradatvena. It is only Shri Krishna who grants liberation to asuras that he kills. So, all the asuras that Krishna killed, they all became liberated. That is not the case with the other avatars of Bhagavan. Okay. So, when Sri Narasimha killed Hiranyakashipu, he did not attain mukti. He became Kumbhakarna, or he became Ravana. So when Sri Rama killed Ravana, he did not attain mukti. He became Shishupal. But when Krishna killed Shishupal, Shishupal attained mukti. That is the meaning. So Krishna grants mukti even to asuras. So here is the point he is supporting. So if you can see my mouse pointer, so he was giving some specific meaning of the word vidhu. So first point he made was vidhunoti khandayati sarva dukkham, one who destroys all suffering. So he destroys all suffering even for asuras. That is his speciality. He gives liberation to asuras, mukti. Okay. That is the point. Then he says, Swavaibhavati kranta sarvatvena. Yes, we will take questions after some time. Yeah, thank you. You can raise your hand, or virtual hand, and we'll come to you. Swavaibhavati kranta sarvatvena. Paramapurva swaprema mahasukha paryanta swasukha vistarakattvena. By his Vaibhava, by Krishna's opulence, by Krishna's qualities and greatness, he has surpassed everyone. Even his other forms he has surpassed. So this is the support he is giving to Atikramati Sarvamcha. Here, he who has surpassed everyone. So Krishna, by his Vaibhava, by his glory, he has surpassed everyone, even his other forms, his other avatars. He has surpassed them in terms of greatness and beauty and charm and everything. Then, Paramapurva Swaprema Mahasukha Paryanta Sukha Vistarakatve. So now he comes to this idea, Karoti Sarva Sukham. He grants all happiness, complete happiness. Now he supports that. He grants such happiness, such bliss, that is reaching, that is up to Mahasukha, Swaprema Mahasukha. He grants so much bliss up to the level of the great happiness of his Paramapurva Saprema, of his supreme, unsurpassed, pure love. So, Krishna Prema, he grants. So, he grants such prema for himself that is unsurpassed, unparalleled, that is the supreme, and that is the highest bliss. That is the kind of prema for himself that he bestows on his devotees. Karoti sarva sukham. So Krishna prema is the highest happiness, is the highest bliss a devotee can attain. And even in Krishna prema, depending on the rasa which you are cultivating, when you perfect that, when you become perfect and you are blessed by that prema for Krishna, there are gradations in the experience, the intensity of that love. So, Sakhya rasa, Vatsalya prema, Sringara rasa, and all these things. So Krishna grants the highest limit of the supreme unparalleled love for himself. That is the idea. And that shows that he is Swayam Bhagavan. He is Bhagavan himself, the independent form of Bhagavan. Swayam Rupa, as Rupa Goswami says in his Rupa Bhagavatamrita. All other forms of Bhagavan are derived from Krishna. Krishna is the original form of Bhagavan. Therefore, he is called Swayam Bhagavan. And the word Vidhu refers to That's Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. Yes, so we will open for some questions. So Sakala Subhagadas ji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Am I
Krishna.
audible?
Yes, yes.
My pranams. You mentioned, right, Prabhu, like when Ravana and Kumbhakarna got killed, they did not got liberation. So that is it right to understand that they were put temporarily in Brahman, or where they were until they come back as Shishupala, or they went back to Vaikunta, or
Well, I have not thought about that specifically. After killing Ravana, where did he go? Where did the Jiva of Ravana go? Uh, Perhaps he was just in a state of inactivity, so merged in Vishnu's body or something. I have no idea. Sorry for that.
sure. Sure. And one general question, but maybe I can ask in the later because in um so now when we understand Bhagavatam, we understand we come to know, at least I came to understanding that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. But in general, one who does not read Bhagavatam, they will not they will not come to that understanding. So that is intentionally kept by Bhagwan, right, as hidden. Is that understanding correct?
No, it is not hidden. Srimad Bhagavatam is open for everyone. Anyone can go to a great guru and listen Srimad Bhagavatam. There is no stopping. It is not a secret. actually.
No, no. Yeah, what I meant by that is like, for example, in many parts of India, they consider Vishnu as the, like, Krishna is coming from Vishnu.
Yes, yes.
Like Vishnu is the ultimate source. So one of the avatar of Vishnu is Krishna. One of the avatar of Vishnu is Rama. So
Yes.
like that, at least I have that understanding before I was trying to understand the scriptures. So that is what many like people have been trained in that way.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
whenever, so that's why I'm just trying to understand.
Okay,
But
I got it.
actually, you got it right.
So, general understanding in Hinduism is that Krishna is the avatar of Vishnu. So, Vishnu is the original and Krishna is his form in this world. That is the general belief in Hinduism we see all over India. But our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya acknowledges that Krishna, it reverses. So, Krishna is the original and Vishnu is the derived form from Krishna. Okay, that is the idea. And that is clear when we study the Srimad Bhagavatam with the help of the commentaries of our acharyas. And not only in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, even in the Vallabha Sampradaya, that is the Pushti Marga, they acknowledge Krishna as Swayam Bhagavan. Even in Nimbarka Sampradaya, specifically the part of the Nimbarka Sampradaya in Vrindavan, they acknowledge Krishna as Swayam Bhagavan. So that is there. So those who have analyzed the Srimad Bhagavata deeply and they have got the jewels from diving into the ocean of the Bhagavata, they have found that Krishna is actually Swayam Bhagavan. But the other followers of other sampradayas, they do not consider like that. For example, the Shri Sampradaya in South India, that has a big basis in South India, they don't consider like that. They consider Sri Narayana in Vaikuntha, the four-arm form of Bhagavan, as the original form. Okay. And the Krishna as he Narayana coming as Krishna. That's their understanding, which is not supported, I would say, by the Srimad Bhagavatam. But and actually, they do not concern themselves much with the Srimad Bhagavatam. Their main recourse is Sri Valmiki Ramayana and Sri Vishnu Purana. So when you stress on Vishnu Purana, that's what understanding you will get. So basically, considering and accepting the Srimad Bhagavatam as the highest Praman has led our acharyas to establish Krishna as Swayam. If you don't accept Srimad Bhagavatam as the highest Shastra, then you will not accept Krishna as Swayam Bhagavan. That is the thing.
Got it, Prabhu. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah.
Yes, Ashish ji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Is my voice audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So Prabhuji was asking where was Hiranyakashipu
Yeah.
in between that phase, you know, when he was Hiranyakashipu and then when he took birth as Ravan.
Huh.
In between, where was he? So what I have understood and what I have read is it's not only that this is the only planet Earth which is existing in the whole cosmic manifestation.
Huh.
The soul can take birth somewhere else also and perform
Yes.
his activities. Other than that, this is one understanding as per our scriptures. Like he must have taken birth somewhere, he must have continued his journey and then again come back to assist in the pastimes of Lord Krishna. There is an author by the name, I don't remember his name. I guess he does a lot of reincarnation studies. He's from I think US, and one of the books what he has written was Many Lives, Many Masters. So whatever studies he has done, so he used to do this what you call hypnosis kind of activity, and then used to make the patient go back to his past life. So in between that, those past life, patients say that we were in some cosmic plane somewhere where we were waiting for our karma to come, and then we have taken birth again. There is one more person I know personally who was born somewhere around in 7th century, and he has taken birth again. So I asked the same question to him. So where were you in between this, 1200 years or like that? So he said, I don't know. Maybe I was in some heavenly. He was a Kshatriya, and maybe he was in some heavenly planet or maybe somewhere else. So it's not that he's not going to exist anywhere. He's
Yeah,
going to
of
exist.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one way of understanding how Krishna's creation works.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Ashish ji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Nice points. Okay. Anyone else? All right. So we continue. अतएव अमरेणापि तत्प्राधान्येनैव तानि नामानि प्रोक्तानि वसुदेवोऽस्य जनक इत्यादित्ये. So therefore, because Krishna is the main original form of Bhagavan, Amara, that is Amara Simha, the composer of Amara Kosha, you can say lexicon or dictionary. So that Amara Simha, he has also accepted Krishna to be the main form of Vishnu. So tat pradhanyena eva tani namani prabhu. He has given all the list of the names of Vishnu with Krishna as the main name of Vishnu. Okay. So Vasudevasya Janaka, he whose father is Vasudeva. Let me just show you. So this is the shlokas from Amara Kosha. First, he describes the name of Brahma, Hiranyagarbha, Lokesha, Swayambhush, Chaturanand, and so on. Then from this verse onwards, he mentions, gives a list of the names of Vishnu. Vishnur Narayana, Krishno, Vaikuntho, Vishtara Shrava, Damodaro, Rishikesha, Keshavo, Madhava Swabhu, Daityari Pundarikaksho, Govindo, Garudadbhaja, Itambaro Sharngi, Vishwakseno, Janardana, Upendra, Indravad. So all these names he is continuing. And here he says, so I'll just say Vidhu. The name Vidhu is here. Vidhu Srivatsalanchana. Okay. Vishwambhara Kaitabhajit Vidhu Srivatsalanchana Purana Purusho Yajna Purusho Narakantaka. These are names of Vishnu. Jalashayi Vishwarupo Mukundo Muramardana Vasudevosya Janaka Sa Eva Nakadundugi. He concludes concludes the names of Krishna. Vasudeva Asya Janaka. He whose father is Vasudeva. Sa Eva Anakadundubhi. And Vasudeva is called Anakadundubhi also. So these are all names of Krishna. That's what he means. Asya Janaka Vasudeva, his father is Vasudeva, and these are his names, not Vishnu, the four-hand Vishnu's names, not the names of the four-arm form of Vishnu, but these are names of Krishna, because he is the main form of Vishnu. Okay. Etadeva sarvam jayatyarthena spashtikritam. So all of this is elucidated, clarified with the word Jayati. Vidhur Jayati, it says, right? All glories to Vidhu. Sarvodkarashena vrittirnama tattadeva. Jayati, Jayati means Sarvodkarashena vrittihi. One who is present, excelling everyone. Okay. One who excels everyone. That's what it means to be Jayati, victorious. Right? Jay. He is the great. He is greatest. One who excels everyone. That is the meaning of the word Jayati. So that is indicating Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, because he excels everyone else, even his own forms, even his other forms. Okay. So all of these things, destroying all kinds of suffering, even giving liberation to asuras, bestowing complete happiness, the highest level of his prema, and excelling everyone else by his glory. All of this is indicated by the word Jayati, and it only applies to Sri Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan. Ata eva prakatya samayamatra drushtya ya lokasya apratitihi tasya nirasaka vartamana prayoga. He is using the present tense to describe Krishna. Shri Krishna Jayati, Vidhur Jayati. He is victorious. He is greater than everyone. So, in this way, he is saying that he was not just of the past, that 5,000 years ago Krishna came and went, and now he is not there. It is not that case. Okay. So, prakatya samaya matra drishtya. So, common people, they do not perceive Krishna right now. They only know that he existed 5,000 years ago when he was manifest in this world. So now Krishna is not there. You cannot use present tense for Krishna. He was there. He is not. He is not present right now. So now Rupa Goswami refutes that understanding with the present tense usage, Jayati. He is glorious right now also. He is present. Okay. And he is ever existing. And tathacha pramanani. So now Sri Jiva Goswami gives the pramanas from Srimad Bhagavata of all the earlier points regarding Shri Krishna that he had made. Where is it mentioned that Krishna is so great and like that? He grants mukti to asuras and all these things. So first he quotes Srimad Bhagavatam 1.9.39. First Skandha 9th chapter 39th verse, where it is mentioned Vijayaratha Kutumba Attatotre. In that shloka, means one who is carrying the reins of the horses of the chariot of Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. There, I think Shri Bhishma is remembering this while he is lying on the bed of arrows and is approached by Krishna, and Krishna has brought Yudhishthira with him to make Yudhishthira hear the instructions and the advice of Bhishma. So there Bhishma is saying all this praise for Krishna. Yamiha nirikshya hatah gatah swarupam. So all the soldiers who were fighting on the battlefield, and when they were killed by the arrows of Arjuna, so because Krishna was driving the chariot of Arjuna, and they were killed by the arrows of Arjuna. They were purified when they were killed by Arjuna's arrows. And because they were looking at Krishna, Yam Iha Niriksha, they looked at Krishna at the time of their death. Then they attained mukti. They attained liberation. They did not take birth again in this world. So not only those asuras whom Krishna killed, but even those soldiers and asuras whom Arjuna killed while on his chariot and Krishna was driving his chariot, they also attained mukti. That is Krishna's power. Then for the next point, Sri Jiva Goswami refers to Srimad Bhagavatam 3:21. Uddhava is speaking to Vidura. Swayam tvasamyatishayastrudhisha swarajya lakshmyapta samastakama balim haradbhischiralokapalaih kirita kotyedita padapita. He is Swayam Bhagavan. This word Swayam is used here. He himself, however, is asamyatishayastradesha. There is no one who is equal to him or superior to him. Okay? It implies that none of his other forms are equal to him or superior to him as Krishna. He is Tridhisha. He is the master of the three worlds. It can master of the three. It can mean the master of the three lokas like Vaikuntha, Goloka, and Vrindavan, something like that. In the commentary, the acharyas have explained. Swarajya Lakshmyapta Samastaka. By his supreme and great Lakshmi, by his great potency, Swarupa Shakti, he is completely satisfied in himself. All the Lokapalas, like Indra, Varuna, and other Lokapalas which are there, they bring gifts for him and they bow down to his feet, and the footrest where Krishna keeps his foot, these great Lokapalas, these devas, they bow down their heads. Okay? And they worship his feet in that way. It also refers to Brahma offering prayers to Krishna when he understood that Krishna is actually all these Vishnu forms. So Krishna revealed himself as Vishnu forms when Brahma kidnapped the cowherd boys, the Gopas, and he understood that Krishna is the source of all Vishnus. So he bowed down and glorified him. Then, so this is the explanation of Atikramati Sarvam. He surpasses everyone. Okay? That's what it means. Asamyatishayastradesha. There is no one equal to him or superior to him. Everyone bows down to him, all the devas. Then he refers to 9th Skandha, 24th chapter, 65th verse. So now the 9th Skandha is about to end and the 10th Skandha is about to begin. Shukadeva Goswami is now setting up the background for the grand narration of Shri Krishna's Leela, which is the main purpose of his speaking the Srimad Bhagavatam. So while introducing Krishna Leela, he is speaking these verses. Yasyananam makara kundala charu karana rajat kapola subhagam suvilasahasam nityotsavam na tatrupur drishibhif pibantyo naryo narashcha mudita kupita ninishcha. Instead of Drigbhi, it should be Drishibhi. One whose face is beautified or is having these ornaments of the Makara Kundala, earrings in the shape of a particular Makara animal, shark shaped earrings, it is translated usually. Makara is not shark, It is a kind of aquatic animal. Okay. So Charukarna, his ears are very beautiful, having these Makara Kundala. Bhrajat Kapola Subhagam. And by these Makara Kundalas, these earrings, his cheeks are shining. These earrings are casting a reflection on his cheeks. And his face is appearing very beautiful because of that. And Suvilasa Hasam. He has a very joyful smile on his face. Not just a small smile, he has a joyful smile on his face. And Nityotsavam. His face is filled with eternal festival. It is always brilliant, always joyful, always wonderful to look at him. Okay. Na tatra puru drishibhih pibantya. So all the people who saw him, who saw Krishna, whether men or women, their eyes would never be satisfied by looking at him. They would want to look at him more and more and more. And Pupita Nimeshcha, and they would become angry on the blinking of their eyes. Why the hell are my eyes blinking while I'm seeing Krishna? Such is the attraction they felt on seeing Krishna. Okay? So this is an explanation of Karoti Sarva Sukham, one who bestows all happiness. So in our Shastras of the Goswamis, this particular symptom of not being able to tolerate even the blinking of one's eyes on looking at Krishna, this is the symptom of the highest level of prema one has attained for Krishna. So Sarva Sukham, the highest happiness, his own love, prema, the highest level of his prema is indicated in this shloka. Okay. Any questions someone has so far? Okay, let's continue. Then he refers to Srimad Bhagavata 10th Skanda 29th chapter 40th verse at the beginning of the Rasa Leela. Kastrangate Kalapadamrita Venugita Sammohitaryapaccaritan Nachale Trilokyam Trailokya Saubhagamidam cha Nirikshya Rupam Yad Godvijad Druma Mrgah Pulakanya Bibhan. Gopis are telling to Krishna, which woman is there who would be not deviating from her character on hearing the nectarian song of your flute? Okay. Kalapadamrita Venugita. On hearing the melodious notes of the song of your flute and being bewildered by that, which woman would not deviate from Arya Charita, from the ideal noble behavior? It means that these gopis who are married to other men in Gokula, they are approaching Krishna for satisfying him on being completely captivated by his beauty and his charm and everything. Trailokya Swabhagamidam cha Niriksha Rupam. Your form, it is Trailokya Swabhagam. It is the most wonderful thing in the three worlds. Yat Godvija Druma Mrgah Pulakanya Bibhram. Not even human beings, not only human beings, but even animals are attracted and are captivated by your form. Like cows, like birds, and even trees and deer, when they see your form, when they come in contact with your body, they show symptoms of ecstasy in the form of their bodily hair standing on its end. Even these animals feel the ecstatic love for Krishna on seeing his amazing form. So, this is the explanation of it's giving more and more pramanas actually, that he is sarvam atikramati, he surpasses everyone, and he gives all happiness, karoti sarva sukham. This is the same. In that line, more explanation on that. Then he refers to Srimad Bhagavata, 3rd Skanda, 2nd chapter, 12th shloka, Shri Uddhava speaking to Shri Vidura. Yanmartyalilopaikam swayog maya balam darshayata gruhitam vismapanam swasya cha saubhagardhe parampadam bhushana bhushanangam. Again, showing Krishna's form is the supreme form, surpassing his other avatars also. So, this form of Krishna that he manifested in this world, in his Leela, which was very appropriate for doing his Leelas amongst the mortals, amongst the human beings. And he manifested this form by his own Yoga Maya. His form is so wonderful that not only it astonished everyone else, even Krishna himself became astonished on seeing the beauty of himself. This is the supreme sweetness and the supreme Aishwarya, greatness of Krishna's form. It is the Saubhagardhehi Parampadam. It is the highest pedestal of greatness, of auspiciousness, of beauty. It is Bhushana Bhushananga. His form is such that it beautifies the ornaments that are put on it. The ornaments do not really beautify Krishna. He is so beautiful that he beautifies the ornaments. The ornaments become fortunate and wonderful on appearing on Krishna's body. Any questions, any doubts?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, one quick
Yes.
question. Is there any other version of the book that is with more clear printing of the text than the current one?
Well, this is the clearest Devanagari version that I have, like Jiva
Okay.
Goswami's commentary. Vishwanath Chakravarti's commentary is found in another edition of Harinam Press. So that might be little more clear.
Got it. Could you also share this text, Prabhu?
That is the
later?
problem, Sakala Subhak Prabhu. Although I have this, I don't think I can share this because it is still under copyright regulations. I can share on the
Oh, I
screen
see.
for the class. For the class,
Got
I
it.
can take that risk, but I cannot share it freely for everyone. So
Oh, I see. So
you can purchase
this
it,
is.
I think, from Harinama
Oh, I
Press.
see. Oh, okay. So this is already under printed. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Got it.
Then Shri Jiva Goswami refers to Srimad Bhagavata, 1st Skanda, 3rd chapter, 28th shloka, where Shaunaka Rishi is speaking to where Suta Goswami is speaking to Shaunaka and other rishis. Ete chamsha kala pumsah krishnastu bhagavan swayam indrari vyakulam lokam mridayanti yuge. After giving the list of all the 24 avatars of Bhagavan Sri Hari, he specifies that ete cha amsha kala pumsah. These avatars, these forms, are partial manifestations or portions of partial manifestations of the Purusha avatar. However, to Krishna is Bhagavan Swayam, Swayam Bhagavan. So here is the pramana that Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. Okay. Iti Srimad, again he refers to Srimad Bhagavata 10th skanda 90th chapter 48th verse, Jayati Jananivaso Devaki Janmavada. Now he is concluding, Shukadeva Goswami is concluding the description of Krishna's Leela in the 90th chapter of the 10th skanda. And that is his glorification, closing glorification of Krishna. Jayati Jananivaso Devaki Janmavado Yaduvar Parishad Sver and something. I think I have this shloka here. Yeah. Jayati Jananivaso Devaki Janmavado Yaduvar Parishad Sver Durbhirasyanna Dharmam Stirachara Vrajinabhah Susmita Shri Mukhena Vrajapura Vanitanam Vardhayan Kamadeva. All glories to the one who is present among the people, who is known to have taken birth from Devaki. He he destroyed adharma by his two arms by killing various asuras who opposed the assembly of the Yadus. He removed the suffering of all living beings, whether moving or immoving living beings. He removed their sufferings. How did he remove their suffering? By his beautiful face that had a beautiful smile on it. Susmita Shri Mukhena. When all these living beings looked at his face, they became completely happy and blissful. And Vrajapura Vanitanam Vardhayan Kamadevam. He increased the Shringar Prema. He increased the erotic sentiments of the gopis of Vraja for himself. So that is the description of Krishna's Leela in a nutshell. If you want to say describe Krishna Leela in one shloka, it is this shloka which does it very nicely. Devaki Janmavada is known to have taken birth from Devaki. He killed various asuras with his two arms and protected the Yadavas. He blessed all living beings by his beautiful smiling face. And ultimately the Rasa Leela, where he gave the highest bliss to the gopis of Vraja. And he enjoyed the highest bliss from them also. Okay. Any questions? Any doubts? Right. अथ तत्तदुत्कर्ष हेतुं स्वरूपलक्षणम् आह अखिलरसा वक्ष्यमाणाः शान्ताद्याः 12 यस्मिन् तादृशम् अमृतं परमानन्द एव मूर्तिर्यस्य सः. So now Jiva Goswami speaks that Krishna's excellencies were described in these verses and the points made earlier. The reason for all these excellencies of Krishna, all these various beautiful, wonderful qualities of Krishna, the reason for that is the Swarupa Lakshana of Krishna, the natural characteristic of Krishna. What is that? That he is the embodiment of all rasas. He is the embodiment of the highest bliss. That is the reason that he is so great. He has so very wonderful qualities and characteristics that we have just described and heard. Akhila rasaha vakshaman. All the rasas which will be described in this book, Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu, such as Shanta, Dasya and so on. There are 12 rasas which will be described, beginning with Shanta. Okay. So these rasa, they are Amrita. Okay. that is Tadrasham Amritam. So this rasa is like nectar, is conceived as nectar, Amritam. Nectar means what? Paramananda, supreme bliss. So these rasas are themselves the supreme bliss. And this supreme bliss itself is the form of Krishna. Krishna is the embodiment of the supreme bliss, which are all these rasas. That is the reason he is so excellent and surpassing everyone and giving the highest bliss to everyone. And all these things. Okay. So now to support this, that Krishna is the embodiment of bliss, is the embodiment of rasa, he brings up other shlokas, other pramanas from Srimad Bhagavata. 10th skanda, 41st chapter, 28th verse. Ananda Murti Mupaguhya iti. Krishna is stated to be Ananda Murti, the form of joy, form of bliss, personified bliss. Then in the 10th skanda, 14th chapter, 22nd verse, where Brahmaji is glorifying Krishna. Tvayeva nitya sukha bodhatanavanante. Krishna's form is here described to be constituted of eternal blissful consciousness. Satchidananda Vigraha, basically. His form is Nitya Sukha Bodhatanu, is constituted of consciousness that is eternal happiness, eternal bliss. Ananda Murti, same thing. Again in the Srimad Bhagavata 10th skanda 43rd chapter 17th verse, very famous shloka, where Krishna and Balarama are entering the wrestling area, wrestling arena of Kamsa. So he is described like various people understood Krishna and saw Krishna with various moods, and this understood him in different ways. Smallanam ashanir nrinam naravaro strinam smaro murtiman, and so forth. The Chanur, Mushtika and other wrestlers who were about to fight with him, they saw him as lightning bolt, thunderbolt, extremely powerful. And Nranam Naravara, for the men who were in the audience, they saw him as the best of all men. For the women in the arena, in the audience, he was Smaro Murtiman, he was personified Cupid, Kamadev. Ityadi Shri Bhagavata. These are from the Srimad Bhagavata Puran. So that's how he supports Krishna being the form of Paramananda, highest joy, of rasa, form of rasa, embodiment of all rasa. So all these people who saw him in the arena of wrestling, they saw him in different ways depending on their rasa for him, on their sentiments for him. So their sentiments are the emotions, are the rasa, you can say, they had for him. So all these rasas are coming up here. Any questions? Any doubts someone has? All right. So it is 5:34 now. So maybe we should end here for today's class. So if there are no more questions or doubts, we can end and meet again on the next week, Wednesday, 4:30 p.m.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I had just one clarification. Is it okay if we have some questions at the like after the class if we text on the group?
Sure.
Yeah.
You can ask your questions on the group. Whenever I find time, I will try to answer.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, anyone else? Okay, so let's end here for today. And thank you all very much for participating in this course, in this discussion. And it was my long standing desire to discuss the great Bhakti-rasamrta-sindhu of Rupa Goswami with the devotees. So finally, with the help of the staff here, I'm getting some time to discuss about this. Pranam everyone. Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.